I regret that I have to offer this amendment, but something has come up since the committee had its meeting that I could not foresee. My amendment will address a serious issue relating to unaccompanied alien children being housed at Department of Defense facilities across the United States. The Department of Health and Human Services has recently made agreements with various defense facilities across the U.S. about housing unaccompanied minors who are caught crossing the southern border. The large number of migrants from Central and South America crossing our southern border is a serious humanitarian crisis, and I understand the need to responsibly handle this situation with compassion. That said, there is no sense for these individuals to be held at military installations. These facilities often pose serious safety issues for children. Some of the children can be placed near live artillery ranges or around active military airfields. I represent a district in coastal Alabama, and my office recently learned that the Department of Health and Human Services was evaluating housing illegal immigrants at Navy outlying airfields right near the Gulf of Mexico. Mr. Chairman, these are airfields where they do touch and goes, where you have pilots that are being trained trying to learn how to do it right. Last time I checked, we try to keep children away from airfields, not put them close to them. Even worse, these facilities lack basic infrastructure needs. There's no sewage. As far as I know, there's no potable water, and there are no shelters there or buildings that could be turned into shelters. This means temporary housing would be set up at a Navy airfield on the Gulf Coast in the middle of hurricane season, in a low-lying wet area that's prone to many mosquitoes in a place we know is a major threat for Zika. The idea just defies logic. There are other horror stories of housing these migrants and how it's impacted our military. For example, at Fort Hood in Texas, units have been unable to train on ranges. This has a direct and negative impact on military readiness. At a time when we face so many challenges around the globe, it just makes no sense to alter the intended use of our military facilities to serve a completely different purposes. My amendment would simply prohibit the Department of Defense from using any funds to alter existing facilities or construct new ones for the purpose of providing temporary housing for unaccompanied alien children. There are other non-defense facilities near the border that are available. They do not have to use military facilities. I ask my colleagues to support my amendment as we work to ensure that defense funds are not spent on issues outside the Ministry of Defense, and I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman from Alabama reserves the balance.